Hey, from Jane. So I've been getting a lot of calls lately from investors. They want properties that they can rent right away. I don't know if they have a 1031 exchange where they need to buy something like now, or they just want to look into Airbnbs. So I went through the MLS and I pulled out the properties that don't have rental restrictions as far as having to wait 6 months or a year before you rent. These are supposedly rentable right away according to the MLS. So let's take a look at what I found. So see the dots? These are the properties that I found, and they go all the way from Stewart to Hollywood. So the price range goes all the way from 91,000 to 900,000. I cut it off there so I wouldn't get too many, but I can always send you a custom search if you want to go over 900,000. Okay, let's begin in Boca. There's a $91,000 condo. It says Boca here, but then it says Boynton Beach here. Don't ask me. I don't know. Anyway, let's take a peek. So for 91,000, what do you get? I think I also cut the HOA off, so the ones that are just ridiculous in HOA won't show up. I think I did that. No, I didn't. This one's like 1,100 a month HOA. Let me go back and fix that because I don't know that people want to spend that much in this crazy market. Hold on. Okay, so I went in there and I changed the maximum HOA to 600 a month, and I can always go higher on a search if you want me to email it to you. Just, give me your search parameters and I'll send you emails on the leasable investment properties under your search criteria. But for now, let's look at what we have. Now it's down to 47 after I cut the HOA off at 600. If you want more, just let me know. I can always change it. So these are all the addresses. Let's look at the detailed list here. So, and here we are. There's one in Boca. Now, this one's in Century Village. As you know, Century Village is a 55 plus community that has a lot of amenities. Not so large. There's only 810 square feet. But, if it's rentable right away, as the search indicated, then, hey, look at the pictures. Not bad. Looks clean. I wonder if the furniture is included or not. Possibly. On these investment properties, usually they like to include the furniture, but not always. Kitchen's a little dated, but the rest of the place looks pretty decent. All right. Out of there, let's go to the next one. So for 91,000, that might not be bad. Let's go to the detail. So the HOA is $490 a month. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It's on the market 16 days. But we are switching over to a buyer's market. So, they already reduced the price in 16 days. Yeah, prices are coming down. Don't be afraid to put your offer in at what you think it's worth. Because, a lot of sellers, look at this one. 478 days on the market. They started this one at 149,000. Now it's down to 124,000. So for that reason, you put an offer in what you think it's worth. Okay, so let's look at the details on this one. This one's also in Century Village in Boca. This one's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Still, the square footage isn't that great. It's 896. Not bad, but not. The rooms are probably going to be small if it's a 2-bedroom. It's a villa, and it's been on the market quite a while. So, use your own judgment what you think it's worth if you want to put an offer in. I have agents like all over the side of Florida, so let me know if you want a showing. Okay, next we want to look at this one's only asking 125,000 in Boca. Also Century Village, 55 plus. $369 a month is the HOA. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. 192 days on the market. How do you like that? The original price was $140. They dropped it to $125. And so all these, oops, I hate when that happens. Stop. My computer's acting up. Okay. So all these are pretty much Century Village. This one's in Hollywood. 140,000 is the asking price. And it's Warrenton House is a subdivision. So it's a 2-bedroom, 1 full bath. It's only 650 square feet. Could be a good Airbnb. HOA is $389 a month. And 317 days on the market. They started at $150 asking price. Now it's $140. Cumulative days on the market, 317. Now that doesn't mean that it's been sitting vacant. What that could mean is that they rented it out. So they have renters, so they're not, in a rush to sell because it's vacant. So here's like a property history so you could see. Doesn't let you know if it was rented out though, but let's see. Do we look at the pictures? Let's see. I know Hollywood is a popular place for Airbnbs. Because there's so much going on. They have the boardwalk and everything. Yeah, it's okay. A little dated, but for an Airbnb, people don't care. They're not really moving in. They just need a place to sleep while they check out Hollywood, Florida. Oh, they have the shared laundry and a rec room. There you go. But if you need the rules and regulations, let me know. I can get them for you because, all these condos have their own set of rules. But, I do like that you can rent them out right away. So here's another one on Arthur Street in Hollywood. Pell Manor condo, 620 square feet. Looks like an Airbnb type. And this one's on the market for 69 days. And just ignore that. That's my phone. Hold on. So I just took that call. We had a long discussion about the Sarasota Gulf Coast. Not sure what's going on over there. I mean, I see videos of activity under the Gulf ocean floor where there's like sinkholes and seismic tectonic. I'm not a geologist. I don't know what's going on, but I want to research it further because you never know these days what is clickbait and what is real. So I saw a few videos on the concern of the ocean floor on the west coast of Florida, and that made me, wonder because I was thinking of buying a property there, but I got to research it further. We were just talking about that because we don't know what's real or not anymore on YouTube. Well, at least I'm real. Nobody would fake this. So anyway, I'll follow up on it when I get more information on it. So yeah, we don't need no tsunamis or anything like that. Anyway, so back to Hollywood, Florida. Here we are. There's a lot of good Airbnbs here. 1-bedroom, 1-bath. This one is on the first floor. People like first floor units. How much is the HOA? $400 a month. Now that's not bad. $400 a month in this crazy market we're in. Do you want to see pictures of this one? Not the greatest photography, but it looks like they did some updating. Oh, it's only 2 levels. That's the reason the HOA is still reasonable, because the new law. Here's the next one on Jackson Street. As we look at these pictures, so this one, the HOA is most likely higher because the new law is condos 3 levels and higher have to have reserves, really high in the condo reserves because of that condo collapse in not the greatest photography, but because of the condo collapse in Miami where 98 people were killed, the government changed the laws. Still, this one's $525 a month HOA, not bad. It's a 1 bedroom, 640 square feet, so it's small. 113 days on the market. Let's go to Pompano Beach. 149,000 is the asking price. 400 square feet. That's like a hotel room, like a hotel suite, very small. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, $375 monthly HOA. It has a pool view, and it says it's only blocks to Pompano Beach nightlife. That's cool for Airbnb. This one might be a good one. So 149. Let's look at the property history. In 22, they had it listed at 110 and it expired unsold, and now they have it listed at 149, which tells me they probably have no problem renting it out. Otherwise, they wouldn't raise the price; they would lower it, right? Okay, that's interesting. And then here's one in Boca for 150,000 and 702 square feet, built 1980. And it's a Century Village, 55 plus in Boca. You want to see pictures? So, I'm doing this in price order. So if you're in a higher price range, just advance the video and get to the price range you want. This one looks like it's decent. Doesn't look like it needs any work. Remember my old videos where I used to find the really ugly ones? I used to have fun with those. But no ugly ones so far. Here's another one in West Palm Beach in a Century Village. 150,000, 1 bedroom. And let's take a peek at the photos. Not bad. Nice floors. I like the floors. It doesn't look like it needs work. Could be a good Airbnb. Nice pool. Covered parking. Oh, and a lake. Okay. Tennis. Billiards. Yeah, Century Village. They have a lot of good amenities for seniors, and they also have like shuttle buses that take them to the mall and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Okay, let's go to another one. This one's 171,000 in Boca, and it's also a Century Village property. Let's see this one. Oh, this one's nice. Not bad. And well, at least the photography is nice. I don't know what it looks like. It has a little bit of a water view. Oh, they updated this one. Nice. I like the cabinets, the floors. It's got a pool view. This one I like. Wow. Oh, the bathroom could use a little updating. But a lot of people like the view of the pool, and the reason is because, their cats and dogs can be, assuming they allow pets, can be out here on the balcony and see them so they don't panic. Okay, let's look at some more. Here's one in Hollywood for 199,000 and 562 is the HOA. I did cut it off at 600. So if you want any, more expensive units with higher HOA, I can email them to you. I'm just trying to keep it like reasonable here. 790 days on the market. Come on. So they started it at 249 and they lowered it to 199. See, that kind of gives you an indication on how they're doing rent-wise. Let's look at the history. Because if you're making decent rent, you don't lower the price that much because either way it's profitable. But 790 days on the market is outrageous. But they probably have a renter in there. Let's look at the pictures. Oh, is that a refrigerator? Looks like a matchstick. Okay, nice view. A small balcony, but doable. So, what is this, like a studio? It looks really tiny. Okay. Could be a good Airbnb, though. Let's see. So, for $199, Hollywood is a good Airbnb spot. Let's look at the. So, what floor is it on? Oh, it's on the 10th floor of 19 floors in this tower. 474 square feet. Built in 1963. So, But as you know, the reserves have to be met to restructure under the new laws. Oh, this is looks like it might be an auction. Not sure though. Maybe not. But it's good for an Airbnb. 562 HOA. No rental restrictions. Okay. So let's go to Pompano. Here's one for $199. And this one's on the market for 168 days. That's a lot. That's a long time. Almost 6 months. Come on. Let's see these pictures. But that's where sometimes low offers are accepted when they're on the market that long, and investors know that. It could use some updating for sure. But if it's just an Airbnb, people are not invested. They don't care about the popcorn ceilings. Nice gym, tennis, pool. Okay. So 199 Pompano Beach. Here's your map. Down here. How close to Hollywood is it? No, not really. Closer to Fort Lauderdale. Okay, let's go to Stewart. All the way up top. Up here. See up here? This one's asking $219. $435 is the monthly HOA. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Square foot is just under 1,000 square feet. Let's take a peek. See, the thing about Stewart is you have, like for an Airbnb, you're not really, this one's kind of nice though, but you're not really surrounded by like activities like Hollywood is a hot spot. Stewart isn't really a hot spot. There's a lot of farmland in Stewart. So, but you can rent this out either way. I think the closest hot spot would be Jensen Beach to Stewart. Not bad. Oh, here we are. West Palm Beach. Who doesn't love West Palm Beach, right? $220 is the asking price. Park Place townhomes. So it's $1,277 is the square feet, and it's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. HOA 560, and it says that it's stunning. Let's look at the pictures and judge for ourselves. See how stunned we are. Let's see. Interesting architecture, right? Okay. Yeah, the mold on the mirror, not too stunning. That bathroom needs updating. Stunning? Okay, now. Really? Gotta love that banner up there. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no, no, no. That is not stunning. Go get your dictionary and look up the word stunning. No. But it could be stunning maybe if you get out your paintbrush and you're, oh my God. Stunning. Get out your toolbox and your paintbrushes. The outside looks nice though. But, location. So let's see if this looks like a good buy for 220. Here's your location, right in there. Should I zoom in? Near Haverhill. It's near Century Village, but this one is not Housing for Older Persons Act. So you could be any age for this one. So it might not be a bad investment. Let's see how many days. Oh, it's only 9 days on the market, this one. That one could be interesting if you're handy. All right, ready? Let's go to another one in West Palm. This one's in Via Palm Lakes, West Palm Beach. And 564 is a monthly HOA, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Let's look at the photos. Oh, okay. So it's up here. Yeah, I like how they did that. Oh, wow. The floors are nice. Okay. Kitchen's okay. I guess a little formica on the counters, though. Could probably update that. But for an Airbnb or a rental, it's not that bad. Nice pool. Tennis. Okay. Interesting. So they're asking 229. Detail. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. What else? 104 days on the market. They started at 235, so they didn't lower it that much. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Glenmore Drive, 229, West Palm Beach. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. What? 980 is the square feet. 503 is the monthly HOA. 120 days on market. It says it's a rare find, nicely updated 2 bedroom, 2 level in a prime location, gated community with high ceilings, impact windows, porcelain tile flooring throughout. That must be nice. Let's peek. So for 229, what do you get? The outside looks nice. Okay. That's not porcelain tile, is it? It looks like ceramic tile to me. But I'm no expert. Very nice, though. Yeah, this one I like. Okay. Well, we are getting higher in price, so things are getting a little better here. Nice flooring. It looks spacious. Let's see how big it is. Let's go back into detail and get some detail. So, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths. How many square feet? Wait, it says 980 is a square feet, but why did it look so spacious in the pictures? Maybe it was trick photography? I don't know. It's vacant, it says. Anyway, let's go to Deerfield Beach and look at 242 is the asking price. And 807 is a square feet. 537 is the monthly HOA. And this one is on the market 259 days. Recently painted. Okay, let's take a peek. 242 in Deerfield Beach. Yeah, that dishwasher looks like it was grandma's. Carpet. Wait, what is that? I wonder why they have that blocked off. Well, the outside looks nice. Wall tennis. So that's Deerfield Beach over here on the map. And let's go to Boynton Beach. 255 is the asking price. and it's a 2 no, it's a 2.5. 1122 square feet, 548 is the HOA. It says light and bright. Let's take a look. So a lot of realtors use Chat GPT for their descriptions on their listings. So sometimes they're really elaborate, and then you look at the photos and you're like, really? So this is just light and bright. Okay, if you say so. And let's go on to the detail. $11.22 square feet. On the market only 7 days. Here's one in Delray for $259. Palm Greens. Does that mean there's a golf course? Maybe. It says this move-in ready ground floor corner unit villa represents delightful blend of style. You know they use Chat GPT for that description. Comfort and convenience with highly sought. It's a 55 plus. Okay. Always look here. Tells you what your maintenance fee covers. Common areas, building insurance, lawn care. So the usual. Nothing great. 132 days on the market. Let's look at the pictures. Okay. Cute dog. Can I buy the dog? Not bad for the kitchen. They updated the cabinets. The flooring looks decent. It looks kind of homey. What do you think of this one? Something about this, I'm not sure what's behind the bushes here. I would map it to see if make sure there's no busy road. I like to go to the map and then just zoom in on it, and if you see like a yellow line in the road, then you know it's a busy road. Alright, did I go too far? Okay, no. Well, let me satellite that. Yeah. This could be a busy road, maybe. I'm not sure, though. When I saw the hedges, I knew they were trying to put a sound barrier, so that it might be a busy road. Okay, let's go back. Here we are in Dania Beach. $280 is the asking price, and 1,190 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 40 days on the market. Let's look at the photos. Okay, nice view. Nice counters, nice floors. This one looks nice. The only thing, I'm claustrophobic, so the ceilings are a little too low for me. But most people are not. That's just me. Very nice. Okay. Community room, shuffleboard. Might be 55 plus. Let's take a peek at. So this is 3rd Avenue in Dania Beach. Detail. That was my phone, not yours. Yeah, it is a 55 plus. Okay. 40 days on the market. Ready? Let's go to Hollywood. 285 asking. 1,150 square feet. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. So, okay. Reception area. I have to check and see what floor this is on. It has a nice view. It must be up high. Ugh, okay. A little dark, but I guess you could add lighting. The kitchen's just okay. Really? With that? Oh, I don't know. Why would they put politics in the photo of real estate? Not a smart move. I would never do that. Wait, how ugly is this bathroom now? Uh. Okay. No. Who took these pictures? No way. I can't believe they put politics in the pictures. Nope. So that's Hillcrest Drive in Hollywood. Um, what do you think of this one? Days on market is 209. It's probably going to go another 209 if they don't take new pictures. Just saying. Let's go to Meadowlark Lane in Delray Beach. 289 is the asking price. 326 is the HOA. I think I'm going to do another video of non-HOA properties because with those properties, there's no leasing restrictions either, you know. So people that want to buy and rent right away don't have any problem. The floors are nice on this one. Counters are nice. Cabinets are nice. Wow. They did some pretty decent upgrading, even some crown molding. This one looks like it's well taken care of. All right, let's get some more detail. So 830 Meadowlark Lane in Delray Beach. It's a 2.2, 950 square feet. Only 2 days on the market. That one might sell because it doesn't need any work. It's like good to go. You can like lease it out like right away. Okay, here's another one in Deerfield Beach. 299 asking. 1,100 square feet. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Price improvement. Yep, join the club. Okay, let's look at the photos. Yeah, we're in a buyer's market now. We're in like second or third gear of the price correction. And here we go. Not bad looking, this one. But, you know, like right now, if you're going to buy something, don't be shy. Put in whatever offer you think the property is worth, no matter what the seller's asking, because chances are, oh, I like the view. Nice water view on the balcony. You know, chances are the seller's going to eventually have to bend because we're not in a seller's market anymore. And a lot of sellers are still tripping. You know, they think they're going to get the price that their neighbor got in 2022 when everything was at an all-time high. And those people that don't take reasonable offers, wow, 484 days on the market, this one. Started at 325, now it's 299. Yeah, those people that don't look at all offers, they could end up with even less by waiting because, you know, things are moving fast now. So, but nobody knows where it goes, right? This is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and $458 is a monthly HOA. It's only 637 square feet. 306. It's in Fort Lauderdale, so this one's about location. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, it looks nice outside, right? Wow. How's the inside? Just okay. Cabinets and appliances look nice. The floor looks a little dull. Nice shelves. it could use some more updating. Yeah, definitely that bathroom. Wait, look at the shower. Look at the floor. What's wrong with this picture? I don't know where the container is for the shower. Do you? What do? You just wet the whole floor? Weird, right? Hmm. Ugly. Oh, there's boat slips. That's where the money shot is. In the boat slips. Okay. Now I see where the price came from. Yeah, that puts value when, especially when there's no fixed bridges and you can just go right out there. All right. So that's 306 asking in Fort Lauderdale. Let me know if you want any more info on any of these properties we're looking at. I can send you like full details and HOA rules and all that good stuff. So this one's Santa Cruz in Boynton Beach, right? 350 is the asking price. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Interesting. 57 days on the market. Let's look at the pictures. Okay. So for 350, the pictures are kind of small, but it looks like they did some updates. All right. So that's in Boynton Beach. And what do we need to know about this one? It's got the square footage is there, almost 1,600, 57 days on the market. It says investors only. When it says that, it makes me wonder if, does it need work? Where an appraiser would make it ineligible for a mortgage. Well qualified tenants just. Oh, I get it. This one doesn't. It's not that situation. This one has a renter already in place, and it's getting $2,500 a month rent on a lease that will prevail the sale. So that means if you invest in this, it's already leased out. You don't need to do anything. Interesting, right? So they're asking $350. They're getting $2,500 a month rent. Let's look at the overhead. Nice. Let's go out. So if you want something like turnkey with a renter already in place, this one could be good. In fact, I know someone who might like this one. I have to send it. Okay, ready? Next, we're going to go to Fort Lauderdale. $359 asking price. 90 days on the market. And it's an 11-story building, and this is on the 3rd floor. $498 is the HOA. Let's look at the photos. I like how they staged it. Very clean. Why does it look like a hotel? Perfect AirBNB, right? Oh, how close to the beach? We'll have to do the overhead to find out. Okay. Yeah, I like this one as an Airbnb. It looks like something people would want in Fort Lauderdale, but we want to see the actual location on this one. How close to the beach are we? Wow. Serious? All right. That close to the beach. This one's nice. No way. All right, what's the catch? It's got to be a catch if it's that close to the beach. And the HOA is only $498 a month. That's crazy. What's the catch? Let me read the print. Condo hotel investment opportunity on Gulf Ocean Mile. Studio unit with a balcony is perfect for your own weekend getaway, as well as doubling as income producing property featuring 2 queen beds, accommodates up to 4 guests, turnkey, no rental restrictions. Oh, this one's nice. I have to send this one to someone I know. Okay, there's possibility here. 90 days on the market. Is that close to the beach and the HOA is that low? Wait a minute. What's the catch? I don't know. I gotta save this one. And let's go to West Palm Beach, Imperial Lake Road. If you want me to email you any more details on these, let me know. So this one's 1,383 square feet, 177 a month HOA. Lake views, assumable mortgage. So if you want to take over someone else's mortgage, it's got a 3.6% rate. It's on the market 245 days, and it's close to downtown West Palm Beach. Let's take a peek. All right. What are your thoughts on this one? It's got a nice lake view. It's very clean. Wow, they did a nice job updating the bathroom. Oh, look at that picture window over the lake. I like that. Should we get more details? Okay, nice photos. 365 asking. It says back on market. That means they took it off and put it back on for whatever reason. Could be the deal fell through. So this is 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,383 square feet, 177. That's low HOA, right? Yeah, it's got beautiful views, but let's look at the map. So it's near Belvedere Road. Interesting. Okay. Ready to go to the next one? Like, I don't know what to show you. I'm just doing this randomly. And then you could just send me your email address if you want anything, with search parameters that you choose. I can search under everything. Everything you like and dislike, I can filter out. So, beautiful and modern townhome built in 2017. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,655 a square feet, 342 a month HOA, and yeah. So I'll email you whatever you want, but then you don't get to have a chat with me. But you could always call me. Oh, this one looks interesting. I like what they did. That wall is nice. I wish YouTube was a two-way conversation so we could really chat. But call me if you want. You have my number. It's somewhere in there underneath this video. What do you think of this one? It's clean, that's for sure. The backyard's just so, but the front has a nice curb appeal. That's West Palm Beach. Ready? Let's go to another one in West Palm. Mentmore Drive, 394 asking. Enclave at Mangonia Park. So 195 low HOA, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,454 square feet. Let's look at the photos. Okay. So it's like a townhome. Looks clean, like, and young. It looks young. We'll have to see the year built, unless they just renovated it. Who knows? If I were to guess, I would think 90s. But we'll look. Closet. Okay. And detail. Oh, I was wrong. Built in 2022. It's only 3 years old. New construction. Okay. And this is on the market for 138 days. And 420 was the original asking price. Now it's 394. So yeah, make your offer. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. That's pretty large. So anything else we need to know about this one, or should we move on? 10 minutes to the outlets. Okay. Let's go to 429 asking price in Boynton Beach. It says Briar Ridge, 1692 is the square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths. 358 is the monthly HOA, and CBS Construction, 50 days on the market. It started at 439. They dropped it 10,000. Let's look at the pictures. Looks spacious. Could use a good paint job though. That yellow is just bold. Unless it's the camera. It could be the camera. Oh, so they mixed yellow and beige and they thought that was a match. Okay. Okay. So all it really needs is a good painting. Nice bathroom. Okay, let's go out of here. 429. Let's look at the important stuff. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. That's a good thing. So it's pretty large. I know my next house is going to have 3 full baths, hopefully. Okay. 50 days on the market. And let's map it, see where it's at in Boynton Beach. How close to the ocean are we? Because, you know, that's important for Airbnbs. Not too bad. It looks like one straight drive to the beach. Okay, let's go to Wellington. Now, Wellington is more west, more inland. 1526 square feet. A lot of pilots live in Wellington because a lot of these homes have private runways in Wellington. Probably not this one though. But so it says beautiful extended 1680 square feet Capri model with 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and a den. It's on a beautiful lake. HOA 550. Let's look at the photos. Very clean outside. Okay, not bad. It looks very Florida. Until you see the dark furniture. They probably moved that furniture from up north because most homes in Florida go light. That's just one thing I observe sometimes. Everything else is light. Okay, wow, that's nice. All right, so let's go to, so that's Montserrat in Wellington. So you probably want a map of that. Okay, here we are. So it's west of Green Acres. It's actually closer to like West Palm than any other part of Wellington. Okay, so let's go to Palm Beach Gardens, my town. 15th Terrace. Now, I think this is a mistake because maybe not, maybe not. When it with these townhomes, I'm not sure about the rental restrictions. I'll have to check on this one for you to make sure it's accurate because I didn't know that they had no rental restrictions. This is in PJ National, and they're the Devasta quads that are like built really solid, so they can withstand hurricanes. Wow, I never saw gold trim like that. Did you? It actually looks nice. Unexpected, but it looks nice because it matches the hardware on the cabinets. Okay. Oh, they did it throughout the house. The gold crown molding. Very interesting looking. It does take the focal point away from the room though a little bit. So, okay. What? No gold toilet? Just kidding. Oh, red. Okay. So yeah, they have the courtyards, the private fenced-in courtyards there, and they're in PJ National, so it is a gated community. All right, I could send you more on this if you want, but 449. I'm not sure if that's a good price or not. 19 days on the market. All right, let's go to Briella Drive in Boynton Beach, 450, and this one's 495 a month HOA. 60 days on the market. It started at 475. They knocked it down 25,000. Let's look at the photos. So it's a townhome. Looks nice from outside. Okay. I like the ceilings, right? Not crazy about the orange outside, but the inside was done tastefully. Very nice. What do you think of this one? Is the price right? Let's try and figure it out. Okay. I like the photos. So 450 Boynton Beach. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 2,000 square feet, 60 days on the market. Move right in, do nothing. Okay. You want a map on this one? Now you know how close we are to the beach. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, Tequesta. Okay. Tequesta's up, just north of Jupiter. Nice communities there. I love Tequesta. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. 1298 is a living square feet. It's only 2 days on the market because properties in this area don't sit that long because, the school systems are great and everything is like nice in Jupiter or Tequesta. So the properties don't sit as long there, but some do if they're overpriced, of course. Okay. Formica counters. The floors are decent, but do they match? It looks like 2 different floor types in one room, unless I'm wrong. What is that? I find everything. Okay. Little girl's room. Nice pool. So is it worth the price they're asking? 510. Don't know. I'm not sure I would pay 510 for that. No, I wouldn't. The square footage is only 1298 and 491 a month HOA, but it is 2 days on the market, so some sellers have to get spanked before they realize. This one, okay, Morning Dew Circle in Jupiter. These are awesome townhomes, but they're 3 levels. So if you can deal with stairs, I used to own one of these, and it was really nice. Like the 3 level units are nice because you got no noise from the rest of the family because they're on a different level usually. But if you go out and you say, oh no, the master bedrooms are usually upstairs on the top level. Mine had 2 masters. You go outside and you're like, oh no, I left my cell phone in the bathroom, and you're like, oh no, I got to climb 39 stairs to go get it now. And it was 39. I counted them every time I left my cell phone in the bedroom. But otherwise, sometimes because they're, like towers and you got to climb all those stairs, sometimes you get, a lot for your money. And I always worry about, is it a fire trap? Do you have a way out if you're on the 3rd floor on these? Like, there has to be a balcony. If I'm going to buy it, it has to be a balcony because I'm not going to get quoted in a fire trap. Although I think they have sprinkler systems in these. But even still, I like to know. Like the unit we had didn't have a balcony. And I used to always worry, like, what if a fire started on the 1st floor and I was sleeping on the 3rd floor? How am I getting out? But otherwise, I can't tell if this one has a balcony. I didn't see a picture. Oh, here's the balcony, but it's on the 2nd level. I want one on the 3rd level. But it might have sprinkler system. Who knows? You have to find out. Next, Tall Oak Circle in Tequesta. Townhomes. 529 asking. This one's on the market 97 days. It started at 547. They lowered it a little bit. But 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Photos. Tequesta's really nice though. Wow, is that real? So vibrant. Okay. Wait. What's this on the wall? It looks creepy. Above the door? I wouldn't hang that. If that's a decoration, take it down because it looks creepy. Anyway, the rest of the place looks nice. A little cluttered, but it looks very homey. Ugh. Very electric for that half bath, I'm assuming. Yeah. What? Why would you put a bug on your toilet? No. Okay. The person who lives here is very creative. You got to give him that. There's clouds on the walls in the bedroom. Okay. And then you got green in this room. Yeah, I probably would have went neutral for if I'm selling. Okay, cute. What do you think of this one? So you have your caged in patio. The pictures are so vibrant. I wonder what kind of camera they used. Okay. Tequesta Oaks. Here's your detail. 1298 square feet, 491 HOA, 97 days on the market. Ready? Let's go to Boca and see what 590 gets you there. And it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1728 square feet. And 154 days on the market. Started at 630, so they lowered it 40K. Let's look at the pictures. Okay. That actually looks nice inside. Enclave. So that's Glider Way in Boca. If you want any detail, 1728 square feet, 346 HOA, 154 days on the market. I think we covered that already. Let's go to Deerfield Beach. 630 is the asking price on this one. In Crystal Lake, 400 HOA, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1830 square feet. Let's go right to the photos. Okay, I like it. As we go up in price, things get better. I can't even make fun of them anymore. Okay, very clean and nice. Little patio. Nice pool right in front of the lake. Wow, very nice. Okay, and this one is asking 630. Doesn't mean they're going to get it, but let's see. 108 days on the market. They started at 650. But it is very nice. Got to give them that. 1830 square feet, 400 HOA. Ready? Boca Raton, Jeffrey Street. This one wants 679, asking price 1398 square feet, 489 is the HOA, and 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. 314 days on the market. They started at 699. They only dropped 20,000. So this is in Boca Quay. Let's take a peek. So it's an N unit. Come on, better pictures. Okay, it's clean. Floors are nice. A little artsy fartsy. Square toilet for SpongeBob in case he visits. That's my doorbell, not yours. Someone will get it. Okay. Okay. I lost my place. Okay. Let's go to... So this one's $679 asking price. And there's 147 units, 2 stories. Okay. So this one you could lease right away, but there's a minimum of 120 days per lease. So some of them do that. This one's on the market 314 days. So if you need me to find out for you if these are Airbnb-able or if they have a minimum term, just let me know and I'll find out for you. Okay, ready? We're going to go to Delray Beach, $695 asking price. Rainberry Lakes. Okay. $225 is a monthly HOA, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. And it says seller is offering first year rate buy down. Okay. Save up to $440 a month. All right, so they're going to buy down your mortgage so you have a lower rate. Not sure. How does that affect cash buyers? All right, so anyway, let's look at the photos. For $695, nice little pool. There's your lake. I have to know more about the area before I'm willing to spend $695 on it, though. Okay. I mean, it looks nice. But, so that's Delray Beach. Let's zoom in. See, I'm not from Delray, so I don't know, but I do have agents that work Delray. They would know better. So if you want more info on this property, I'll put you in touch with the agent I have that does that area. I would never pretend to know something I don't. All right, let's go to West Palm Beach, which I do know. $759 is the asking price. No HOA. 1612 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and 118 days on the market. It says, great opportunity to own this amazing home with a guest house in the backyard. Interesting. The main house is a 2-bedroom plus den or office. And then you have the guest house is 2 bedrooms also. Oh, we have to see this one. So you could have a double AirBNB if you wanted. All right, let's take a look. Interesting. Oh, okay. Huh. So that's the main house and that's the guest house, I guess. Let me see. You got your hot tub. What the? Seriously with this? Okay, the kitchen looks nice. All right, that must be the guest house. Wait. Is that a refrigerator? It kind of looks interesting, like something you might want to go see as an investor. You'd have to go see it though. All right, so that's the guest house. Self-service laundry. Laundry outside. Okay. It's, a little unusual. So they're asking $759. I do like that it's no HOA. So you're the boss. And 118 days on the market. Let me know if you want more info on any of these or showing. This one's in Wellington, 769 lakefront property. $351 a month HOA. 3,100 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. 3 full baths rather. Okay, 152 days on the market. So they started at $799. Now it's $769. Let's look at the pictures on this one in Wellington. Beautiful lakefront property. What do you think of this one? I would have to comp it out, but they did do a nice job. Like any of these properties, if you want comped out, let me know. I'll run comps for you. Nice tray ceilings, nice floors, dated bathtub. Okay. What do you think of that one? We're getting down to the last two. This one's in Fort Lauderdale, $825, asking $23.98 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and it is 130 days on the market. They started at $849, now they're at $825. It has a brand new roof and new AC. Let's look at the photos. Well, it's definitely in a desirable area as long as you can deal with congestion sometimes in Fort Lauderdale. But it's an area in demand. A lot of people that work in the area would love this. And you got your beautiful Fort Lauderdale beach. Not too far away. We'll have to map it though to see how far away. Yep. Let's map it. Aha. Very close to the beach. So here we are right there. Very close. But $825 is the asking price, so you probably want to comp it out. Let's look at the history. I can give you a history on, wow, quite a history on this one. If you ever want a history on any properties, let me know. So this has been on the market for a really long time. Look at that. Wow. So apparently they're renting it out for $3,600 a month while they have it for sale at the same time. Look at that. Interesting. They tried to sell it in 2018 at $509 and it expired, but the market went up. So, but it's so long on the market. I don't even know how many days. If you add all these days up, how many years was it on the market? I don't know. But they must be making bank on the rent. Otherwise, they would lower the price more. Okay. Let's go to the last one. And this one looks pretty. It's $868 asking price in Boynton Beach. Cypress Creek Country Club. Oh, the HOA is low. Only $117 a month. 2,800 square feet. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. 27 days on the market. Step into luxury. Okay, let's look at the photos. I'm not like Boynton Beach is okay, but once you get spoiled in like Palm Beach Gardens, but it's tempting because look how much house you get for your money there. Like if this house were in Palm Beach Gardens, it would be in the millions. But you do get more for your money in Boynton Beach. Beautiful. For $868, I think this house would be like $2 million if it was in my town, Palm Beach Gardens. Wow, it's tempting. I have to see it on a map. Everything's done up beautifully in this house. How did it not sell? Okay. Detail. Nice and big house. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. I have to see on a map. It is definitely beautiful. So if the price is low, it could be because it's not close to the beach. But I don't really know this neighborhood well, but I do have agents that work this area. So if you have questions, I'll put you in touch with them. It is a beautiful home. You got to give it that. So anyway, thanks so much for staying with me. I really appreciate it. If you could hit like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it even more. And it keeps my channel on. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great day today. Hope to be back soon. Talk to you later. Here's my contact information if you need any specific search criteria ran for you, or if you need additional information on any properties or histories, let me know. I'm here. Talk to you soon. Bye.